Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Tactics Ogre Reborn walkthrough. Alright, so I actually changed my mind. I have realized, like, there's no reason actually to redo these two battles, the Gold-Borza Plain and the Archaeopolis of Rhyme. Sistina is saved, and you can tell by, so basically I just, let's jump to this anchor point, which is beyond the battle where she, you know, or I guess beyond that battle where I actually saved her. And you can actually just see here in the Warren report, if I can, oops, not talk, people. Where is, there we are. So the warrior Sistina. It says a Bakram warrior with the Liberation Front while facing interrogation by Gelgistani forces in Rhyme. The resistance intervened to save her. She could not reach accord with the rescuers, and so they parted ways. She has not been heard from since. So she's alive, but, you know, obviously she has parted ways. And we'll get her in the chaos route. So at this point now, I believe I'm ready. I'm gonna just check this one more time here. But yeah, so we need to do, unfortunately, these 3 battles in order to get onto the chaos route, because we can't just zip on into chapter 2 because this is already technically law route. So let's just do this. We'll back out here. Actually, let's just see if there's any. I don't think there's anything that we needed. Yeah, there's nothing that we need to do in terms of talk topics, but let's go do Lake Bordeaux. Kick some of these guys. I don't need to worry about, you know, obliterating things or not anymore, so I'm actually gonna re-equip Koshua with her spells. Displight. Judge and Starfall. And I can give her dagger back. I stole it from her because she was murdering people. Oh, I really only have 1 Damascus dagger plus 1 made right now? That seems really weird. Okay. Oh yeah, and Ravenous is a guest for this. I forgot about that. Yeah, she's fine. Alright, Canopus is a Lich right now. Oh, I didn't equip him either. Wow. Dropping the ball here. It's, should have made a new dagger for him, too. So we'll just give him a Ripple's Rod. We'll give him a Baldur's Dagger for now. Wizard Hat. Actually, you can equip one of these Holy Crowns. How about, look at that, we'll give him an alluring dress. He's going to be the prettiest winged character around. Oh, he can't use Mage Mitts? What? Is that right? Oh, no, he can. Yeah, that's what I was going to, jeez. Threw me off a bit there for a second. Alright, and we're going to give him the alluring high boots and a Band of Fortune plus 1. Going full luck on this bad boy. Give him some spells here too. Where's Hellhound? Hellhound, and we'll give him Drain. Where's Drain at? Drain Heart. And I guess I'll give him Paralysis as well, and then Charm. I'll do my old setup. Yeah, Paralytic Wave. Charm. He needs Meditate. He only has Meditate 1. Pathetic, buddy. We'll do Concentration. That's pretty much it. I don't really need to do anything else. I guess we'll give him Insight for now. He doesn't have, God, what is that other... What else is he getting? Maybe Engulf eventually, right? But... Because he's only level... actually, I guess he's level 6. He's pretty limited in what he's got. I mean, I'm basically going to be carrying him for a while anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I will throw the lovely summoners in the party. I mean, most of this stuff is, like, completely pointless because with this, like, redoing character levels, because my matriarchs and patriarchs are just gonna obliterate everything anyway. I'm actually gonna turn level sync off. There's no reason to put that on for this battle, so we'll just blow this stuff up and kind of be on our way. Let's skip this too. So what I'll do here is I'll probably do like this battle and then I don't know, maybe the next two all together, because we've really already done this, and so there isn't going to be anything, you know, new. I should probably just turn AI on for this as well, because I'm sure the AI, while sometimes it's bad, it'll probably still be a lot faster than me. So anyways, yeah, let's, and that actually gives me a little bit of opportunity to talk about other things. So, you know, again, right now, Canopus as a Lich, I'm just doing that for fun. I've already beat basically everything that I really needed to. And why isn't this on? Weird. Okay, I must have hit something wrong there. But yeah, anyways, kind of just doing this stuff for fun. I've already done, you know, the Coda Episode 4 stuff, and all of the Palace of the Dead things, so there's no real reason to worry about most of this stuff. And I have enough generics where it doesn't really matter what I do with my, you know, non-generics. I can just, you know, obliterate everything anyway. So, you know, I was like, let's do some fun stuff. So, you know, kicking Canopus there and then, you know, bringing him in as a Lich instead. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't, maybe I need to just reset my AI for certain characters. Yeah, I guess maybe because I kicked Canopus, it kind of like reset his AI. But yeah, anyways, yeah, gonna just try some fun stuff. Some stuff that I didn't do the first time, certainly. You know, Canopus does make an amazing, I mean, the Vartan class is just nuts, which is, like, it has such good growth, and that's why I feel like Canopus stays so solid the entire game. I really liked, you know, Vartan because it's got daggers and bows, and again, the growth is just kind of insane, so he stays solid the entire game. And then on top of that, I really liked using him because he's obviously a winged character, and so you don't have to, at this point anyway, and I mean, I guess really throughout the game, you don't have to do, it's really nice to be able to go wherever you want with him, right, not be restricted by height, and especially now towards the end of the game here, or at the end of the game, however you want to say that, he's able to do some other kind of crazy stuff too, like equip certain things, or like I don't have to equip something that gives him flying, right? Because he's already got it naturally. So, right, it looks like he's still pretty solid. I'm gonna make a couple of Damascus daggers. Party. Whoops, that's not it. Shop. Good day. I can't believe I've run out of those. I guess I just haven't really been using them. And I mean, honestly, they're not that great for casters anyway. They're, you know, probably like 90% of the time I'm actually using spells, and so the Baldur dagger is probably actually better. Yeah, I guess I just don't have very many of these. You sure? You sure? Oops, that was the wrong thing. I wanted to see the stats on these bad boys. Yeah, I don't know. Attack 89 versus 68. Yeah, actually, I guess I didn't realize that Baldur's daggers have a 1-point reduction in luck. And it's probably I don't know. It's probably worth it, the trade-off for the 4 intelligence, but whatever. I think I'll just go with these. I'll go with the Damascus dagger. All right, let's see. Where are we? There we are. And I'm gonna save, and we'll do this next battle really quickly. Which, by the way, this whole not having to do level sync because we've already done these battles in the past is amazing. This thing's off. Let's do it.
Broken through our line, have they? Oh!
Oh, snap, it's Gamp. Gamp and his birds. Yeah, I'm gonna have to decide what I want to do with the rest of my characters. Honestly, I should have already done that. There's a lot of, you know, non-generics that I just haven't been using at all. Though, you know, maybe there just really isn't much point anymore. Now that I'm thinking about it, right? I feel like, you know, once I started getting into like the body swapping matriarchs and Lord and Princess, they just, you know, those specific characters blow everybody else out of the water. Oh, boom. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Big Vice. Vice is Ranger right now, and I just haven't really used him. I think I trained him, you know, up to 50, and kind of just never touched him again. It's kind of nice because he can use dagger and bow, which are my favorite, you know, weapon types, but the rest of the Ranger class just doesn't really have much going for it. It can lob, which is kind of cool, but, you know, I don't know. I haven't really needed it, actually, ever, the entire game. I know a lot of people really like it. And I mean, it is a good ability, lobber, that is. And it makes it so that, you know, certain levels are really, like, it's mostly the levels where you're trying to save somebody. Lobber comes in really handy. But yeah, I don't know, other than that, I haven't really been that impressed by it, I guess. And, you know, a Beastmaster can do that, so, you know, specifically the winged Beastmasters, I think gosh, it feels like a lifetime ago that I started this playthrough. But, you know, pretty early on, I tried to grab as many of the winged enemies as possible, and I was really happy with that. At one point, I had, you know, 2 winged clerics really early on, and then I had 2 wizards, and I did 2 beast tamers. I'm sorry, I didn't want to say Beastmaster. Beast tamers, and they worked out really, really well. I don't remember when I started kind of phasing them out, but I pretty much used the winged clerics the whole time. I basically did you know, a 2 cleric party almost the entire game, and it worked out really, really well. The casters got phased out at some point, but I can't remember what I replaced them with. But I mean, I really liked them. They were really good. It was nice to be able to not be so restricted on where I could move with those, and bringing them up to, like, you know, the rooftops of an area was really nice, right? Because I could just fly them up top, and they were pretty safe from, you know, melee troops. So I felt like that worked out really, really well. And boom, that's it for that. That was crazy fast. Alright, Canopus is making his way up. We'll just skip this and skip this. We should be making our route choice here pretty quickly. Yeah, it's right here, I think.
It is the only way. The future of our people depends on it.
Nope. Yeah, stop this lunacy. So I understand that's the law route. Stop this lunacy is chaos route, so let's do this.
Stop this madness! What virtue can there be in taking innocent lives?
You are yet young. Your heart is pristine, though I dare say your hands have seen their share of bloodshed. All that is required of you is to plunge those hands deeper, Bloody them not for survival, but for your cause. If you cannot do that, you do not belong in this battle.
Denim! Denim, are you alright? Vice, with us, quickly! Vice? What are you waiting? No!
Kill them, Vice. All 3 of them.
What good are kinsmen who won't lift arms for our cause? I'll tell you, they're as good as dead. If it's retribution you fear, fear not. They'll all be in their graves, thanking you for martyring them.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. If this is a jest, it is in terrible humor.
Quiet, Cashel. You've made a fool of me long enough. You remember that hare I snared in our leanest days, Cashel? You gave it to your brother to eat without so much as a word of thanks. That hare was for you. But you made a fool of me. You as well, Denham. You vex me. Always have. Whatever gave you the right to command me?
The Duke gave such an order, Leonard. And you would carry it out?
Ours is to follow orders. I swore an oath before the Duke, before the realm.
You'd call such bloodshed service? Since when have we used our kinsmen's lives as leverage? Our lord has betrayed us all. To think I was willing to give my life for such a man. What a fool I was.
I did not think you want to abdicate duty, Ravenous. To break faith with Lord and realm.
I break no faith. I renounce the Duke. I renounce you all.
I always thought to find you at my side the day the Wallister won their freedom. But if men of our own blood would stand against us, why should I expect more of you?
Am I not Wallister?
Wallister descended from Galgastoni's stock. But the fault is mine. I should not have placed such faith in one of mingled blood.
How dare you?
Hear me, fierce warriors of Galgastan. We made this province to give shape to the peace we all want. Yet Ronway in Almorica and his rabble have trampled upon that peace and lifted their swords once again. We will not sit here and wait for death to visit us. We'll show them what it means to be Galgastani. Root out the Wallister in town and butcher them like the swine they are. Leave not one alive. To battle!
Vice, to me. Leave this to the others. We take the town.
Wait! Leonard! Vice!
Keel, Ravenous. You yap like the mongrel you are.
Leonard, do not think you can escape judgment for your deeds.
Man, I forgot that part. Wow, yeah, so Vice just straight up murders Ravenous. Alright, so yeah, it's saying we can save. I'm just gonna save here. Alright, so this is actually technically a new battle, which means I won't be able to level sync. Not that it's gonna matter. But yeah, let's see here. Who do I want to take? I did take Ravenous anyway. Let's throw Deneb in here. I haven't used her for a little while. Let's see here. Did I get... Yeah, alright, so nothing really new here that I can do for this. Alright, let's do it. So yeah, technically this is a brand new battle, and I think from here on out, all of these battles will be new, right? Because we're on the other...
We will defend them with our own lives should it come to that. Go!
We're on the other route from this point on. I doubt that I'm going to need to kind of not be in control. I think I'll just keep letting the AI handle things for the time being. But yeah, so here we start getting into like Psycho Vice, which I think because so I went neutral route in my very first playthrough, and you know, you still see, because neutral route starts out as the chaos route, you still really see Vice being a crazy psycho, and I think that I wouldn't say soured me on Vice, but that's how I see Vice. Like, I don't see Vice as the like law route Vice, right? And he's just he's an interesting character because he's kind of like he's like Denham's, I don't want to say opposite, but yeah, maybe he's like Vice's or Denham's foil for a lot of the game. Chapter 4, you know, things really change, but at least in the WoW route for sure, right? You kind of make up, I guess. But it's funny because, so, you know, La route, Denham chooses to go along with essentially the slaughter of the citizens here in Belmamusa. And Vice is more the, I guess he's got more of a conscience, right, and recognizes that it's wrong and doesn't go along with it, whereas here, you know, he does. He fully, you know, accepts Leonar's rationale for, you know, again, slaughtering everybody here. So it's just kind of interesting how they wrote Vice and how he always just kind of goes with the opposite of what you decide to do. And again, you know, things change a little bit, obviously, in Chapter 4, certainly on the WoW route. I can't remember, like, how things shake out with Neutral and Chaos, so I can't... I mean, I know in one of the routes he just dies, and I just don't remember which route that is, but it might be both Neutral and Chaos, actually, now that I think about it, but... yeah, it's just it's interesting how things end up playing out. I do like the reference there to the hair, like he's saying here that, you know, Kashua made a fool of him. It seems to be that Vice actually has like feelings for Kashua, and for her to basically, you know, take what is essentially a gift. I view it as, right, the hair that he's referring to, and giving it to Denham, Vice takes as a slight. And yeah, I think that's interesting. And then it gets mentioned in, you know, Coda episode 4, which is also, you know, kind of a fun scene as well. And Vice speaks about it in a completely different way in the Coda. All right, our air charm, totally worth it. And Canopus hits 26. It looks like in golf.
Next will be your turn. I'll kill you by my own hands. I swear it.
There is blood on my hands. How long till it lies on my heart?
How long indeed. Alright, let's save here and keep going.
3 weeks had passed since the massacre at Balmamusa. The tragedy had been as flint to fire for the Wallister, bringing them together as never before. Indeed, it proved more than enough to inspire to action those Gargastani who bore no love for Bulbatos. Soon, the Gargastani had split into 2 camps. placing Hierophant Balbatos in the most precarious position. Balbatos essayed to silence the voices of dissent, but as cities began to fall to the Duke's resistance, he was obliged to retreat to the safety of his keep in Corytonai. As Galgastan faltered, more joined the Wallister resistance. Soon the rebel ranks had grown to fully threefold their former number. It seemed only a matter of days before Balbatos would be brought out before his own walls to answer for what he had done. As for Denham, through the Duke's scheming he had been named a mastermind of the massacre, and a price put on his head. Resistance fighters and headhunters alike scour the high roads for him, while Denham finds temporary solace in the port town of Ashton. Don't go on blaming yourself. You did all you could.
I did nothing. I couldn't save them.
Denham, what if we left this place, sailed far away and never looked back?
We've been through this. Father must be avenged. Besides, how could we leave things as they are? Now, we stay and see this through. We owe it to those who died at Balmamusa.
At it again, are you? Give your quibbling a rest and look at this. As the Duke grows more impatient, you grow more valuable. Up to 30,000 Goth now.
Salt in our wounds. We are criminals before all the world.
Justice and war seldom keep company. In the heat of battle, all are criminal and all are innocent. Only later does the victor decide who is which. That's the way of the world.
And since I lost, since I failed Balmamusa, I am made a criminal for it.
All the more reason to be on the winning side. Come, enough navel-gazing. We need to go.
Go? Where?
The Wallister army gathers southwest of the Burnham Massif in the Sanju Weald.
Of course. Galgastan doesn't stand a chance of repelling the resistance. Not now.
You touch it with a needle. Balbatos' days are numbered. I dare say Wallister victory is in the air.
In which case, we shall remain outlaws.
All the more reason to be on our way. Something must be done. Word reaches me that the Holy Knight Lancelot has taken up position behind the Wallister, on Tynemouth Hill to be exact. With the Wallister massed elsewhere, Tynemouth will have but light defense. What better place to break through the line?
Of course. Lancelot will aid us. I am certain.
Then we move. There's naught more to be done in this wretched place.
Okay, that is going to be it for this one. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.